activity, but first this word commercially. Halftime activity at the Multnomah Stadium in the game between Washington and Oregon, and a driving rain out here, the University of Washington band performing. To give you an example of what goes on up north a bit. In letter form with the band of the University of Washington, the Rooster Tails of the famous unlimited hydroplanes. To conclude their part of halftime activity, the University of Washington marching band under the direction of Bill Cole plays Bow Down to Washington. Activity as presented by the University of Oregon band as they take on the logical theme of the moment, rain, watch it grow. The director of the University of Oregon marching band is Ira Lee. The assistant director is Bob Cunningham. The drum major is James Pletch, and the arranger is Johnny Hendrickson. They have a membership of 80 men. Their uniforms are emerald green coats, gold and white trim, gray trousers, gold and green stripe, green hats trimmed in gold and white, gold plumes with belts, gloves, and spats. University of Oregon Athletic Department with Leo Harris, the Director of Athletics, up here enjoying the show as we watch the rain grow. And as you're watching the University of Oregon, let me give you some of the stats. Washington had 4 first downs in the first half. They attempted 4 passes, completed 2. They ran 26 plays. They had 3 punts, good for 41-yard average. In rushing, they picked up 51 yards, and passing 19 yards for a total of 70 yards. For Oregon, they attempted 9 passes. They had 9 first downs, incidentally. They attempted 5 passes, completed 3, had 1 intercepted. They ran 39 plays. They had 3 punts for a 31-yard average and 1 block. Their rushing yardage, 119 yards. Their passing yardage, 54 for a total of 173. They had 1 penalty for 5 yards. They had fumble, a 1 which they recovered. We'll be back with the start of the second half in just a moment. First, this word from our sponsor. Kicking off to Oregon. And that ball is taken. Oh, he's out of bounds on the 2-yard line. A real break. Number 30, Grayson, out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 for Oregon on their own 2. Oregon using their spread, flanking their halfback and end, and another end on this left-hand side. On the give, that's the fullback. Powell dropped on about the 3-yard line by Roy McCassin. And the strategy for Owens paid off in this instance because they start Oregon deep in their own territory. Oregon spreads their end and halfback. Throws the quarterback. He's been in there the full distance. Up and over to about the 5-yard line. Goes Powell. Stopped by Chuck Allen. A punt formation situation. Groves back now, kicking behind his own goal line. Almost, boy, beautiful boot. Ball taken out at the 45-yard line. That's Fleming down on about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for Washington. Kimbrough made the tackle. 40-yard kick. Washington flanks left-hand side, end and halfback. And that is number 35, Ray Jackson, down to about the Oregon 35, stopped by Dave Powell, 2nd and 5. Third court play, Oregon 12, Washington 6. Ball is on the 36-yard line when they put it down. Make it 2nd and 7. Fulton's wide the left-hand side. The halfback is wide the left-hand side for Washington. McCassin calls a check and asks for the ball to be end and halfback to the left-hand side, flanked out, unbalanced line, Washington. And that is to the weak side again. And that is all for Makita. Dropped on about the 37-yard line by Johnny Wilcox, the left tackle. 3rd and 9 for Washington. That's Schlerette on the rollout, looking and being dropped on the 47 by Keeley, the right tackle. It'll be 4th down and a punting situation. 4th and 17. West and Grayson are deep. Here's the kick. He's trying to keep it in there. Taken on the 5-yard line. And he's dropped at about the 10 and 11-yard line by Grayson. Canoon made the stop for Washington on the punt. It was a 42-yard punt and a 6-yard return. Oregon flanks their end and halfback west wide the left-hand side. Groves running the ball club. 1st and 10 for Oregon on their own 12. Up and over the top goes Powell to about the 13-yard line, stopped by Bill Canoon and Roy McCassin. The ball is on the 13 of Oregon. Oregon leading 12-6, 10:39 left to play in the third quarter. Groves flanks the end and the halfback. Brought down on the 37-yard line. Groves on a great run, brought down from behind by Kurt Gegner. And there's a penalty flag down on the 24, holding on Oregon. An illegal use of the hands penalty on Oregon takes the ball back 15 yards from point of infraction from the 24 back to the 19. 12-yard, 13-yard line. The ball is on the 12-yard line. Oregon in possession. They have 2nd and 10 to go. Dave Groves has West flanked to the left-hand side, and the end to the right-hand side. Altenhoven is flanked. That's Groves holding, pitching, and brought down in a great tackle by Bobby Schlerette on the 19. Grayson on the pitch out. And that'll give them 3rd and about 2 to go for a 1st down. Hey, whiz. 3rd and 2 in this third quarter. Groves flanks the end of the halfback. This is an all-important play for both ball clubs. That's all. He's dropped on the 20. I don't think he made it. It'll be 4th and about 1 to go. Dave Powell, the fullback, stopped by Roy McCassin, who submarined the play. 4th and about a yard to go, maybe a little bit more. The ball is on the Oregon 20-and-a-half-yard line. It's a punting situation. Fleming goes back for Washington to about the 50-yard line, and Groves will be kicking from about the 12 when he gets the boot off. He doesn't go back very far, just 10 yards, no more. Groves in punt formation now for Oregon. And he's in there. It's a high boot and fairly short. As Fleming waits for it, and it'll be down 1st and 10 for Washington on their own 37. A good boot by Groves. Peterson was down on top of the play, a 43-yard kick. No return. All right, Washington on the move now on their own 37 on 1st and 10. They're trailing the ball game 12-6. And that is Don Makita, who gets to about the 41-yard line. 2nd and 6. Grayson made the stop on him at the 40-yard line. 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 6. Oregon 12, Washington 6. Make that 7.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Washington has the ball on their own 40 and 2nd and 6. The end flank, the halfback flank, the left-hand side for Washington. Bobby Charette in there running the ball club. Kermit Jorgensen has been spelling him off every once in a while. Up the middle goes Jackson as he gets to about the 44-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and about 2 to go for a first down. Wilcox made the stop with Dave Urell. A 3rd and 2 situation. Fulton's flank to the right-hand side. The halfback flank to the right-hand side. That's Charette holding, keeping, firing. Complete. Down the sideline. Good block. That's Fleming. Down to the 26-yard line. First down for Washington on the Oregon 27. Groves made the tackle. 25 yards on the combination pass and running play. And the 5th first down of the ball game for Washington. Oregon has a total of 9. Time is called by Oregon. Jim Owens down there on the sideline now with his team trailing 12-6 and once again getting a good break and telling his boys, stand that ground, boy, and keep moving that ball. And they're down in Oregon territory. Joe Jones in the ball game for Washington at fullback, number 34, 6 feet, 195-pound fullback. The ball is on the Oregon 27-yard line with 6:34 left to play in the third quarter. Washington moves with Fulkins to the left-hand side and the halfback flank to the left-hand side. Bobby Charette taking his time. That's Makita in motion. On the reverse, that's Fleming breaking out into the open and getting down to the 18-yard line, stopped by Dave Groves. It'll be close to a first down for Washington on the Oregon 18. Time is called. A measurement for the first down. It'll be pretty close. And if they're successful, it'll be the 6th first down of the ball game for Washington, as against 9 picked up by Oregon. They picked up all 9 of those in the first half. Here's the measurement. Any portion of the ball over, it lacks 6 inches, according to referee Jack Springer. Washington now with the situation on the 18-yard line. 2nd and about a yard, or maybe less than that, about 6 inches to go. Washington flanks the end of the halfback to the right-hand side. Bobby Charette with Fleming in motion, and it's Charette holding, firing complete. A great catch. Don Makita gives Washington a first down on the Oregon 8. A nice play. Sixth first down of the ball game. 1st and goal to go on the 8 of Oregon. Washington trailing 12-6. 6 minutes left to play. On the pitch out, that's Makita driving to the 4-yard line. Stopped by Peterson of Oregon. 2nd and 4. Don Makita, who certainly shows a great ability to run in the mud. And that's what we have out here now. Mud. And the rain is stopped for the moment. Bill Nolan says, not so muddy, it has stopped raining. 12-6. 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Fulkins split the left-hand side. The halfback split the left-hand side. That's Fleming in motion. That's Jones up the middle. Down there for a touchdown. And it's all tied up, 12-all. Don Makita on a great effort. 64 yards in 9 plays, and the Washington team up off the bench. And it's all tied up, 12-all, with 4:41 left to play in the third quarter. Charette holds the kick. It's good. Washington leads 13-12. Fleming put the boot through there. And Washington sends in a fresh unit. 4:47 left to play in the third quarter. Washington goes out in front 13-12. Thank you. All right, Washington kicking off. Fleming putting the boot to it from the 40. It's deep. Taken at the 9-yard line. That's West. Brought down on the 24-yard line by Clanton, who's doing a great job for the Huskies this afternoon. End and halfback flank for Oregon as they start 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line. That was a 50-yard kick and a 14-yard run back. Almost gone. He almost got out there. George Fleming picking him off, or he was long gone. Willie West, a real quick one. 1st down for Oregon on their own 39. Groves and Oregon and company behind now, 13-12. Washington flanking out on both sides to meet the spread. That's Groves on the give to the short man, the fullback. Howell getting to the 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6, 10 first down for Oregon, by the way. Pitt and Walters made the stop for Washington. Washington 13-12. Oregon possession on their own 44-yard line on 2nd and 6 with 3:09 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Groves holds, keeps, and finally gets himself over the 50 to the 48-yard line. Kermit Jorgensen brought him down, and it'll be a 1st down for Oregon. Their 11th of the ball game, and this drive is faintly reminiscent of what USC put on last week when they were behind. Washington has Aguirre, Eccles, White, Walters, Clanton, Pitt, and Quisenberry in there now on that forward wall. Jones is flanked to the right-hand side, and the left end is flanked out for Oregon. Washington loosens up, now tightens up a little bit in the middle. Here's Groves looking, ready to fire. There it is, the soft one. Knocked away by George Pitt. It was intended for West and knocked away. 3 for 7 in the pass department for Oregon. Univ is in the fullback now in place of Powell for Oregon. Groves holds, keeps, pitches. And Mr. West almost made it, but not quite. It'll be 3rd and about 5 to go for the 1st down on the Husky 43. Pitt and White made the stop. 3rd and 6 for the Huskies, spreading out now to meet the flanking motion of the halfback and end for Oregon. Groves doing a nice job of running this ball club. Looking, firing. There's the soft floater out there. Complete! And out of bounds. Jorgensen drove him out. That was West who made the catch on the Husky 36. It's a 1st down. The 12th of the ball game for Oregon. Nice pick. That short lobbing pass by Groves, that gives him 4 out of 8 in the pass department and 1 interception. Oregon has 1st and 10 on the Husky 35-yard line with a minute 36 left to play in the 3rd quarter. And that is the fullback, Needham, who doesn't get anywhere, dropped at about the 36-yard line by Johnny Myers, who submarined the play. A slight gain on the play. Jones flanked to the right-hand side, the end split to the left-hand side for Oregon. Here's Groves in the cup, right down the slot. At the 29-yard line, complete to Altenhofen. McCassin and Allen made the stop on him. And it will be about 3rd down and 4 to go for a 1st down. With 44 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Nice spot pass by Groves. He's picking his spots real nicely. They started this march way back on their own 24. They're behind. Oregon is 13-12. Groves now running his ball club with the end and halfback split way wide. West comes way wide, the left-hand side. Here's Groves holding, and gets forward to about the 23-yard line. It'll be pretty close to a 1st down as they fail to pick him up in there. And the keeper, Groves, stopped by Folkens, and the ball gives them a 1st down on the Husky 23-yard line. That's their 13th. Jones made the tackle with Folkens. So once again, Groves able to do 4 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Groves, there's the horn, there's the end of the 3rd quarter play. At the end of the 3rd quarter of play, University of Washington 13, University of Oregon 12. Groves flanks Jones wide to the right-hand side out of the halfback slot. The end is slotted off the left-hand side. Here's Groves holding on the keeper. He is stopped at about the 22-yard line with Johnny Myers coming up and over to get him. 2nd and 9 on the Husky 22-yard line. We're in the 4th quarter play, just underway. Washington 13, Oregon 12. West flanked wide the left-hand side. The end is flanked to the right-hand side for Oregon. And that's Jones in motion with the pitch out. Whoa! Loose ball recovered by the Huskies on the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Huskies on their own 19. Slaughter recovering. What'd you have there? What? I didn't hear. All right, Washington now with the ball on their 19.5-yard line at 1st and 10. Oregon has fumbled twice. They've recovered one and lost one. That is Joe Jones up over the 19 to about the 22-yard line. 2nd and 7. Stopped by Wilner, Peterson, and Urell. The ball is on the Husky 22-yard line. They lead the ball game 13-12. We're in the fourth quarter play. 13 minutes left to play. 5 out of 9 in the pass department, incidentally, for Oregon. Great run by Don McKidd as he gets over the 25 to the 27-yard line. Stopped by Groves and Urell. Thought he was stopped back at about the 24, to tell you the truth. Washington leading 13-12, and Mr. Jim Owens is getting ready to send Don Millich in the game and probably tell his boys, eat up that time, eat up that yardage, keep your hands on that ball, keep moving, and don't take any chances. Washington in a battle with Oregon for a chance to go to the Rose Bowl. Both of these ball clubs needing this game. Washington flanking out the end of the halfback to the right-hand side. Bobby Charette running his club now on the keeper play, moving up over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Stopped by Tom Keeley. And it's a first down for Washington, their 7th of the ball game, as against 13 for Oregon. The ball is on the 33.5-yard line. 39th play of the ball game for Washington. But Oregon has had their hands on it more frequently, but not as much as in the first half. That is Joe Jones over the 35 to the 37, stopped by Bobby Peterson, the 2-year letterman. Number 34. It will be 2nd and about 6 to go for a first down. The ball rests on the 36-yard line of Washington. You can make that about 2nd and 7 to go for a first down. Washington flanks the halfback to the left-hand side, but nobody's out on the wing. Ooh, Makita fumble! And he got his hands on it just in time. Wowee. Makita got back on the ball on the 28-yard line. And it'll be 3rd at about 14 to go for the first down. Close. Punt formation. Charette gets the kickoff from the 20. It's high. It's taken at the 40. A fair catch. Jones is flanked to the right-hand side for Oregon. They are behind 13-12. Washington leads with 10:28 left to play in the fourth quarter. That's West on the cutback, getting over the 40 to the 42-yard line. Stopped by Johnny Meyer, doing a great job for Washington. The ball is on the 42-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and about 7 to go for a first down. Oregon flanks their end and halfback using the same formation consistently. I don't think they've pulled them in yet. All right, Groves out of the cup now, looking, firing. There it is. Whoa, intercepted by Falkins. That's Lee Falkins getting the ball back down to the Oregon 37-yard line with Powell making a tackle on him from behind. 1st and 10 for the Huskies. Groves' pass was intended for West, intercepted by Lee Falkins, who was lineman of the week for his work against USC last week, where he picked up 4 passes, good for something like 59 yards. Time is called by Oregon. Jim Owens, the board of strategy, and directly behind him, Don Millich, who's been up on his feet for the last 10 minutes trying to get in the ball game. 9:33 left to play in the contest. 5 out of 10 in the pass department for Oregon. They've had 2 interceptions off Groves' efforts. The end and halfback flank the left-hand side. Charette on the give to Jones, and Jones gets to the 33-yard line. Pick up a 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Powell made the stop. The ball is on the Oregon 33-yard line. Len Casanova's had lots of bad luck against Washington. Hasn't been able to win against them here at Multnomah Stadium. And in 1954, I think it was 2nd and 5 when they put the ball down on about the 32-yard line. Man in motion for the Huskies, and on the split, it is Fleming over the 30 to about the 29-yard line with 8:56 left to play in the contest. They put the ball down on about the 29.5-yard line. It'll be 3rd and a little under 2 yards, maybe make it a full 2 yards to go for the first down. 3rd and 2 for the Huskies. Down in Oregon territory on that pass interception by Falkins. Falkins flanked to the right-hand side, so is Fleming. 1 man up the middle. And that is Makita. There's a handkerchief on the play and a fumble. There's a fumble and a flag on the play. Time is called by the officials. It's offside. And the ball will go over to Oregon. It's refused by Oregon, naturally, and they take the ball over on the 33-yard line. Washington loses the ball on the Oregon 32. Grayson flanked to the right-hand side. A 1st and 10 situation on the 32. On the rollout. There's the pitch out. And that's all for Mr. West as he is stopped down about the 33-yard line by McCassin. And Don Makita. The ball is on the 34-yard line. 2nd and 8 to go. 8 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter. 13-12. Washington leading by 1 point. A full house here at Multnomah Stadium. Over 35,000 fans. Standing room only, as a matter of fact. End and halfback split. Rose, the quarterback for Oregon, on the pitch out. And there he looks like he wants to throw complete to Kimbrough to about the 42-yard line. It'll be close to a 1st down. Grayson throwing to Kimbrough. It's 6 out of 11 in the pass department. Time is called for a measurement. A measurement for the 1st down. Any portion of that ball is over. And let's see what referee Jack Springer has to say. They bring the ball in, and the ball is on about the 42-yard line. In any case, it's 3rd and a couple inches to go for a 1st down. The ball is on the Oregon 42-yard line. Oregon has 7.5 minutes left to play in the ball game to get back in there. Grayson flanking wide to the right-hand side. The end split to the left-hand side. Groves on the give to Powell, and Powell gets the 1st down on the 43-yard line of Oregon. It is the 14th 1st down of the ball game for Oregon. They trail 13-12. Canoon and Bullard made the stop for Washington. The ball is on the Oregon 44-yard line. They started this drive on their own 32 on recovery of a fumble by Makita. Grayson flanked to the right-hand side, and the left end Kimbrough flanked out. Groves in at quarterback. He's been in there the entire distance. On the give to the fullback coming around. Powell. He gets over the 45 to the 47-yard line. It's 2nd and 7. Myers and Allen made the stop on the Oregon ball carrier. 6:36 left to play in the contest. Powell, the fullback, hurt on the last play, is out of there, and Needham, number 40, comes in for him. The ball rests on the 47-yard line. Play is resumed in Oregon territory. Oregon now getting ready on the whistle to resume activity with 6:35 left to play in the contest. It's Washington 13, Oregon 12. Oregon flanks the end of the halfback, right and left. Groves has been out of the ballgame, I think, just once. There's the pitch out. It's to West. He is brought down over the 50, a real hard runner. He looked like he still wanted to go. And the ball is on the Husky 48-yard line with Willie West, the ball carrier. Real tremendous talent out there, and that boy. The ball is on the Husky 48-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down. Let's see, 3rd and about 2 to go. 3rd and 2 for Oregon as they break out of the huddle. And they flank Grayson wide the left-hand side. And the end, Waltenhoven, is split to the right-hand side. He just stands up there and they wait. Up goes the short man, trying to come in there. Throws on the sneak, and he'll be pretty close to the 1st down. Maybe a 6 inch. Yes, it is a 1st down for Oregon on the Husky 46-yard line. That's their 15th 1st down of the ball game. Allen made the stop on him. Groves is deceptively tough out there to bring down. He doesn't look as though he's running very hard, but they haven't been able to do too much with him. And he's done an excellent job of quarterbacking so far. End and halfback again split for Oregon on the spread. The 2 ends playing up in there. Jones playing on the left-hand side. There's the man up the middle. That's Needham on the stutter play. And he is brought down on the Husky 34-yard line. Needham by Makita. A nice play to give Oregon pretty close to a 1st down. Yes, they're 16th of the ball game. Time is called with Oregon asking for time, Washington asking for timeout. George Pitt in the ball game for Washington is the center linebacker in place of McCassin. So we have a 1st and 10. Groves running his ball club with 4:52 left to play in the ball game. Oregon trails 13-12. And down to about the 31-yard line goes Willie West. As Washington seems to be slow getting up in there. Barry Bullard made the stop along with Chuck Allen. It'll be 2nd and about 6 to go for a 1st down. Lots of speed still left in that Oregon team. as Len Casanova has his men really primed on this group effort that started on the Oregon 32 with the recovery of a fumble by Makita. There's the football. Boy. Down to the Husky 23-yard line. Again, that lack of pursuit. Don Makita made the stop on him as the outside cornerman. It was Willie West. And it's a first down for Oregon on the Husky 23. Their 17th of the ball game. A nice break for Oregon as Groves almost didn't get that one away. You give that West much running room out there, though, and he's long gone. 13-12, Washington over Oregon, with 3:52 left to play in the contest. Groves running his ball club very coolly now. This club wants to go to the Rose Bowl, so does Washington, as a matter of fact. And this is a must game for both of them. On the cutback, there's the big one down the middle, down to the 15-yard line. That was Needham, the fullback, stopped by Jones and Pitt, as Washington goes weak up the middle, looking for those outside plays. It is second and about 2 to go for the first down. And boy, that crowd on the other side, they know what they want. Minutes, seconds ticking off out here as Oregon chews up time and chews up ground. Oregon flanks the end on the halfback. Rose taking time, a junior from Kent, Washington, played at Kent Meridian, real fine ball player. He's holding, looking, firing. There's the big one down there. Intercepted by Bobby Slaughter. And it's first and 10 for the Huskies on their own 20. Down on the sideline, Jim Owens says, as he has said frequently, you throw that ball up against this and we'll kill you. Third interception of the ball game by Jim Owens' men. And in the pass department, a total of 6 out of 12 for Oregon. Washington starts first and 10 on their own 20, 4 out of 6 in the pass department for Washington. And they have 3 minutes left to play in the ball game. Washington leads by 1 point, 13-12. And that is Jackson over the 20 to about the 22-yard line, 2nd and 8. Washington will really try to kill out that clock. 2:54 left to play in the contest. Bobby Charette running his ball club, taking his time on the hold. And there is Fleming over the 25 to the 27. It'll be 3rd and about 2 to go for the first down, with Matson making the stop for Oregon. 3rd and 2, a real big play for the Huskies. There's the first down by Jackson for Washington on their own 31-yard line, with Matson and Rose and Claseri making the stop. 8th first down in the ball game for Washington on their own 30-yard line. Whoops! And that is Jackson, really swarmed under at about the line of scrimmage by Kimbrough and Kelly. 2nd and 10, 1 minute 14 seconds left to play in the ball game. The Huskies protecting a 1-point lead. And on the cross-buck play, there's a handkerchief on the play. A penalty on the play at the 34-yard line. Looks like it might be on the Huskies. Time is called. With the clock running against them, Oregon had to turn down the penalty. They couldn't afford to give the Huskies that extra play, or the time on the clock. 1 minute and 3 seconds left to play. You have 3rd and 6 to go for Washington. They have to take the gamble at this point. Here is Slaughter on the rollout. Ooh, and they went for him. There's a handkerchief on the play. Another penalty. Clipping penalty indicated. A clipping penalty on the Huskies refused by Oregon. It is 4th and 6 to go. A punting situation. Milich is in now. And a dual safety, Weston Grayson. 59 seconds left to play. A good boot by Charette. Excellent. Taken back on the 24-yard line. And they get in on him. And that's all, brother. Down on the 23-yard line. The loss of a yard. He caught it on the 24, dropped in the 23. 45 seconds left to play in the ball game. Dave Groves, a junior from Kent, Washington, has 4 downs and 45 seconds to do something. The ball is on the 23-yard line, 1st and 10 for Oregon. There he goes. He knows what he has to do. Here's the big one. He's looking. There's the big one right down the slot. Intercepted by Milich. And it's down on the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Huskies on the Oregon 36. 27 seconds left to play. That's the 4th interception of the ball game for Washington. The clock moving. And the Huskies will take plenty of time. They have 25 seconds. There's 8 seconds on the clock. And Oregon is looking defeat in the eye. There it is. There's the ball game. Washington 13, Oregon 12, and boy, look at those kids out there. Are they ever happy? A big one for the Huskies. Back with the stats in a moment. Now this word commercially. A big ride for Coach Jim Owens as those big tackles vie for the honor of picking up this big 220-pound head coach of the University of Washington, whose boys picked up a real big one down here at Multnomah Stadium and kept their record clear. Len Casanova just has never beaten the University of Washington here at Multnomah Stadium. Washington 13, Oregon 12.
Well, you know,
First loss of the season in conference play for the University of Oregon after 5 straight. A 13-12 loss, and the statistics as the crowd files out of Multnomah Stadium, which incidentally was filled to capacity, over 35,000 people to watch this game between Washington and Oregon. Washington's stats reveal that in first downs, Washington had 9. In passing, they attempted 6, they completed 4. They ran but 52 plays, they had no penalties. And in the matter of fumbles, they had 2. They lost 1, they recovered 1. Field goals, they tried 1, it was no good from the 27-yard line by Fleming. Punts, Charette had 6 for 45.5-yard average, and in yardage by passing 49 yards, by rushing 121, a total of 170 yards. For Oregon, in a losing effort, they had a total of 17 first downs. They tried 13 passes, they completed 6, they had 4 intercepted. They ran 69 plays. In penalties, they had 2 for a total of 20 yards. Fumbles, 2. They lost 1, they recovered 1. In punts, they had 5 for 35-plus average. They had 1 block. In yardage, they picked up 184 yards in rushing, 68 by passing, for a 252 total. The stats reveal that once again Oregon was the victor in that department, but the final score read that the University of Washington defeated Oregon this afternoon by a score of 13-12.